Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're just going to go over my predictions for the August Player of the Month program. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so SDS is going to announce the August monthly awards program this week on stream, so make sure you're there for that. And judging since the past 4 monthly awards programs we've had, there have been a total of 5 players, ranging usually from 3 pitchers and or 3 batters and 2 pitchers. So I'm thinking that's probably what's going to be again, but then again, we don't know. This is SDS we're talking about. They could just throw a huge curveball at us. But I am thinking it's going to be 3 batters, 2 pitchers. That's what I have here. And we're going to go over some players today who I think should have a really good chance at getting a Player of the Month card, and players who most people say they might have a really good chance at it, but I personally don't think so. So let's just go ahead and get right into those players. Alright, so the first person I do want to talk about is Jose Abreu, because he just recently won AL Player of the Month, and judging by his stats, probably well deserved. In 115 at bats, he batted a .330 with a 1061 OPS. He had a total of 8 doubles, 11 home runs, 29 RBIs. So he is on paper a really good chance to be maybe the lightning card, maybe the second to last card, the high diamond you would get, but I personally don't think so, and I think that's because we just recently got a 98 or 97 overall Jose Abreu from Topps Now. So I personally don't see SDS dropping a 97 and a card just like that for a monthly awards program. So that's personally why I don't think Jose Abreu is going to be one of the Player of the Months this month. Alright, so the next person I do want to talk about is again on the White Sox, and this is Luis Robert. I still don't know how you say his last name. Right now he's a gold on his live series card, and he was AL Rookie of the Month. His stats showing in 94 at bats, he batted .298 with a 1015 OPS. He had a total of 9 home runs with 20 RBIs, 7 doubles, no triples. So then again, he could be a card that might get a monthly awards cards, we don't know, but I personally do not think so, and that's because we already have his 99 future stars, which is a part of that beach ball pack. I mean, I just don't see it happening. I don't think SDS drops another lower rated Luis Robert in the game, just because we already have his future stars, which is only going for about 80k right now. So that's also one of the reasons why I don't think Luis Robert's going to get a Player of the Month card, because he already has a good future stars card, 99 overall. Alright, now this one might shock a few people, but I do not think Kyle Lewis is going to get a Player of the Month card this month. Now, he looks like he'd be a perfect card to get. He doesn't have any flashback, or doesn't have any future stars in the game, no other high diamonds cards, so hey, why don't we give him one for the Player of the Month this month? But I saw most people saying that he was robbed over Luis Robert for the Player of the Month, so I got ahead and looked into it. His stats for August, in 98 at-bats, he batted .286 with an 883 OPS. He also hit 6 home runs with 2 doubles and 13 RBIs. Personally, I don't see how he was robbed over Luis Robert. He's having a really good year, don't get me wrong, but people were saying he had a crazy month of August where he should have won AL Rookie of the Month, but I personally don't see it. That's maybe because his July stats were like mixed in with there, because if you look at his July stats, in a total of 33 at-bats, he batted .455 with an 1136 OPS with 2 homers, 8 RBIs. So I mean, put that all together, and his stats this year so far, he's batting .328 with a 945 OPS. That does make sense. He's having a really good year, but that's mostly because of his games in July, because on paper he didn't have that good of an August that most people were saying he was. So that's why I don't think Kyle Lewis is going to get a Player of the Month card this month. Alright, now the last person that I don't think is going to get a Player of the Month card that I'm going to talk about in this video is Yu Darvish. Even though Yu Darvish had a crazy month of August, he won Pitcher of the Month in, let's see, he had 33 innings, he pitched a 109 ERA with a 103 whip in 5 games, gave up 27 hits, only 4 earned runs, 2 of them being homers, and he struck out a total of 40 people. So he had a crazy month of August. This was kind of a hard decision for me not to include him, but I think when you guys see who I do pick for my 5 pitchers that are going to get Player of the Month cards this month, you might understand why I left off Yu Darvish. But, I mean, who knows? I think Yu Darvish could be a guy that they put in there over one of the guys that I have, because if he does, he truly deserves it. He had a crazy month of August. He could even be the lightning card. We don't know. But now let's just go into the guys that I do have getting cards this month, starting with the first guy. Alright, so the first guy I do have getting a Player of the Month card this month is Devin Williams. He's a relief pitcher for the Brewers. This guy is having an absolute killer season this year, and that's mostly because of his month of August. In a total of 10.2 innings, which I know isn't a lot of innings, but for a relief pitcher, that's 10 total games. That means 10 of the 30 games they played this year, he came to pitch in them. And in those games, he only gave up 2 hits, 1 unearned run, no earned runs. That's a 0 ERA in 10 games pitched. And he had a whip of .56. This guy was going nuts. He had 24 strikeouts in 10 innings. That's nuts. This guy went crazy in August. So I do think they're going to give him a Player of the Month card. He's a relatively new guy. He's only 24 years old. I'm not sure if he's a rookie or not, but I do believe they're going to give him a Player of the Month card this month. It'll probably be the first one you see in the program, like how you had that Ryan Zimmerman from the first one and the Jonathan Scope from the last one. I do think he's going to be the first one, and I'm going to go ahead and just predict he's going to get a 90 overall. So I'm predicting first card in the Player of the Month program is going to be a 90 overall relief pitcher, Devin Williams from the Milwaukee Brewers. Alright, now the next guy I do want to talk about is Jake Cronenworth, the starting second baseman for the Slam Diego Padres. I'm really high on this kid. This kid has definitely made that Tommy Pham, Hunter Renfroe trade into the Jake Cronenworth trade. This kid's going nuts this year, and that's mostly because of his August month. He even did good in July. I mean, he only played 3 games, did bat .375 there, but August was where it's at. He had 28 games. He batted .355 with a 10.21 OPS. He had a slugging of .613 and an on-base percentage of .408. In those, he had a total of 8 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers with 16 RBIs. He walked 9 times, only struck out 15. I mean, this kid just... Who saw this coming? He won Rookie of the Month. I don't understand how this kid's doing so good right now. So I think STS has to give him a Player of the Month card. He doesn't have any diamonds in the game right now. No tops now. No Future Stars card because he wasn't really a Future Stars. He was more so as the other piece in that trade for Hunter Renfroe, Tommy Pham, and Xavier Edwards. But now, if you look at that trade, that is the Jake Cronenworth trade. He is the current Rookie of the Year right now. And that is me being unbiased. Because obviously as a Padres fan, I love this kid. This kid is awesome, but as an unbiased baseball fan, this guy is going nuts right now. And you can see from his stats, he started out as a common to start the year. He started as a common relief pitcher because it was told that the Padres are going to use him as a two-way arm. But starts hitting, starting second baseman, now he's at a 79 overall live series on the verge of going gold. This kid is something special. So, and I'm thinking he's going to get a 93 overall second base card for the Player of the Month. So far we got the 90 overall relief pitcher Devin Williams and now a 93 overall Jake Cronenworth. On to the third guy. Alright, the third guy I do want to talk about is Liam Hendriks, the closing pitcher for the Oakland Athletics right now. This guy in August, he had a total of 14 innings, a 0.64 ERA, a 0.50 whip. He only gave up 6 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 20. He had a killer month of August, 1 reliever of the month for the AL. I think it could be determined. He could go diamond in this week's roster update depending on how the A's do against the Padres now in this series coming up. But this could be one of the ones where I was talking about Yu Darvish earlier. I think it's either going to be Liam Hendriks or Yu Darvish getting that last pitcher card for the Player of the Month, and this is going to be a high card. If it's Liam Hendriks, I'm going to say he's going to be a 95 overall relief pitcher. If it's Yu Darvish, I'm going to say he's going to be a 97 overall starting pitcher. So that's my prediction right there. I think it's going to be Liam Hendriks or Yu Darvish in that last pitcher slot for the Player of the Month. On to the fourth guy. Alright, so the fourth guy I do want to talk about is Luke Voit. He is the current first baseman for the New York Yankees. Just went diamond this week in the show. And honestly, I did not see this one coming. I personally don't follow the Yankees that much, but I mean, the Yankees are a big name team, so half the time you look on MLB Network or ESPN, they're going to be front and center on it. So I wasn't hearing too much about Luke Voit. And then he goes diamond this week. I'm like, wait, what happened to this guy? I haven't heard anything about him. Look at his stats. In 86 at-bats, he hit 326 with an 1127 OPS. He slugged 744, hit 11 home runs. He's now tied for the Major League lead at 13 with Fernando Tatis Jr. and Mike Trout. He also had 21 RBIs. Like, holy cow. I'm surprised he didn't win Player of the Month for the AL. I think he may have had that over Jose Abreu. So I think it's a no question this guy is going to get a Player of the Month card. Doesn't have any flashbacks or tops nows in the card so far this game. He's only had an 85 in his live series card. I would say he is going to be the Lightning card, but you're gonna understand why I didn't say that, because this next guy is going to tell you why. Alright, and last but most certainly not least, Fernando Tatis Jr. He is going to be the Lightning card this month for the Player of the Months. This guy is absolutely nuts. In the month of, he just won Player of the Month in August, and in that month, he had a total of 115 at-bats. He batted .313 with a 1057 OPS. He slugged .670. He had a total of 11 home runs, same amount as Luke Voit, 24 RBIs, that's 3 more than Luke Voit, and he's still tied at the top with Mike Trout and Luke Voit for the home run lead. He also had a total of 6 doubles, 1 triple. He walked 11 times. Then again, he did strike out 30 times. Was disciplined, could maybe go down a little bit on his live series card, but I mean, who knows. Stolen base wise, he didn't steal as many bags as I thought he would. He only stole 4. He has 7 on the year though. I mean, this kid is an all-out package. You saw it himself with the 3-0 Grand Slam against the Rangers. Fernando Tatis Jr. is electric. And I truly believe if they don't give him the Lightning card for Player of the Month, I personally don't know what to say. Because a couple weeks ago, they did the limited edition 99 Face the Franchise Fernando Tatis Jr. And that card was stupid good. I can't even explain how good that card was. So, and everyone loved it. I mean, if you release Fernando Tatis Jr. as a Player of the Month this month, endgame shortstop right there, he will be a 99 overall. He will be probably the best shortstop in the game. Probably over Ernie Banks. I mean, it's just, this kid's something special. I forgot to mention the Luke Voit one. I think he's going to probably be a 97 or a 98 card, maybe a 96, all depending on who's going to be the pitcher there, Hendricks or Yu Darvish. If it's going to be Hendricks, I think Voigt's going to be maybe a 97, be the second to last guy for Tatis. And if it's Yu Darvish, then Voigt will be the third guy, probably a 96. But yeah, those are my predictions for the Player of the Month. Just go over them. We got that 90 overall relief pitcher Devin Williams. We got the 93 overall second baseman Jake Cronenworth, 95 overall relief pitcher Liam Hendricks, or 97 overall starting pitcher Yu Darvish. We got 97 or 96 overall first baseman Luke Voit, and the Lightning card, mark my words, it's going to be 99 overall Fernando Tatis Jr. We're going to find out this week from the show, from SDS in their stream. But as always, that's going to do it for me. Make sure you guys like and subscribe on the video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Same name as my YouTube, Bryce Pisa 15. Make sure you follow that to stay up with all my stuff lately. And make sure you follow me on Twitch. Same name, Bryce Pisa 15. ESL qualifiers are coming up. I'm going to be playing in those. So just come by into the stream. Have a good time. That's going to do it for me today. Hope you guys have a good one. Later.